I will move further ahead. Occlusion. Maybe you think like this, wow, occlusion. I don't even want to talk about occlusion. Every dentist treats teeth. So every dentist who treats teeth needs a gear. You know that tooth there has a mechanical force directly on top of that tooth. The bruxist has a much more excessive, much more constant force. And even if you have very little time since graduation, this is for you too. Even if you have been graduated for a long time, this is for you too, because you are doing restorations every day in your office. You are doing restorations, you are living off teeth, you are dealing with the TMJ, whether you like it or not. When you change an occlusion, you alter this three-dimensional positioning of the TMJ, which the patient may or may not adapt to. The patient with bruxism has worse adaptation to everything you do in the mouth. If you make a high restoration combined with a patient who has bruxism, it will worsen. They will experience more pain. They may even have pain in the ear area with a high restoration. Why? Because bruxism amplifies. Do you understand that bruxism has entered every clinician's equation? You can't just close your eyes and say, I don't need to see if the patient has bruxism or not because I'm not going to treat it. No, quite the opposite. You need to see if the patient has bruxism or not to know where you are placing your hand and with which mouth you are placing your hand. Why? One thing is knowing that the patient has bruxism, and I will teach you here. There is an exam for you to see this. I saw that the patient has bruxism, and I explained to them, look, if there is a high restoration, if there is any other adverse situation, let me know right away before this develops or triggers a problem. Often uncontrollable, because once pain is established, removing this pain is much more difficult. So it is very important for you to understand where you are placing your restorations, your implant, doing your endo, so that you don't have surprises later on. There are three types of occlusion. The ideal occlusion, where the centric relation is equal to maximum intercuspation. We have physiological occlusion, absence of signs and symptoms, which is generally the occlusion we seek or are adapted to. And there is also pathological occlusion. Every occlusal dysfunction is related to a pathological occlusion. What would be a pathological occlusion? An occlusion, for example, absence of canine guidance, is an occlusal dysfunction, which will cause what? An abfraction, the result of a pathological occlusion. Understood? So what would that be? Can an occlusal dysfunction be self-limiting within TMD? Yes, I can have an occlusal dysfunction, not have canine guidance, and not have any pain, but what will it cause me? It will cause me an abfraction due to the lack of canine guidance. Once it has caused me an abfraction due to the lack of canine guidance, I cannot say that it is a physiological occlusion, because I have a sign there, which is what? It's a diffraction. Not to normalize problems that are indicating a pathological occlusion. It is not physiological. It is an occlusal dysfunction that has generated a sign, a symptom. So if you want to know more about these topics, start following me and share with more dentists.